Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Hades. And honestly, I'm just excited about getting to use the gun again. I don't think the aspects for the gun are too exciting. They're not like transformative in the way that, say, the spear or sword ones are. I think this thing sounds like it's going to be fine. You can see here the reload shot, the power shot after reloading does 50 damage, where normal shots do 10. I thought from the way this was worded that it was going to be 50 damage more than a basic shot. But even so, like anything that scales our attack damage is going to scale really, really well with this. So I'm pretty excited about that possibility. So what do we want to do keepsake-wise? I'm trying to think, what god would have interesting buffs with this? I mean, obviously, anybody who gives percentage damage boosts, which is everybody. I suppose maybe Artemis is a good way to go. She could give us a chance to crit, and our crits with this weapon would be extremely large. And then if we pick up support fire, we can just use the normal super fast shot a lot, and it will do good support fire. I know that that's sort of the place we were in the last two runs, and maybe I shouldn't just do that thing again, but it would be really effective, right? Plus, I think Artemis's buffs are just good in general. I would love to get some crit chance on this thing. You can see I spent 100 of our darkness at the mirror on increasing our chance to get rare boons by 1% more, or rather epic boons. And for this, I'm thinking damage control actually sounds like a total bummer. You know, carrying that charged shot into new encounters and then having it just be eaten by the damage control thing would really suck. So why don't we take budget cuts? I think it is the case that we have not spent 3,000 darkness in our mirror, so this shouldn't have too much of an effect. Yeah, that's probably fine. I do wish that it would show me if maybe when we hit begin escape here. Nope, I guess not. Okay. I wish it would show you what exactly you're losing by doing that. I have no idea what might have come off of the mirror. I mean, we still have all of our extra health. We still have all of our extra lives and all 3 of our ammo. So maybe we didn't lose anything.
When I am on the hunt, my mind is clear and nothing stands between me and my target. Though have a blessing just in case you can't relate.
That's a little bit harsh, but also totally fair. Your attack is stronger with a chance to deal critical damage. I hate the fact that these are all the lowest rarity, but I think this is the one we want to take, right? We want to get critical chance on our attack, as high a critical chance as possible.
Artemis, guide my hand.
All right, so let's
reloading.
Yeah, that's a fair amount of damage. Obviously, the reload takes some time. I don't think we're going to be like solely doing the reload, but opening with the reload into fast attacks seems like a perfectly reasonable way to do the thing. And apparently a lot of enemies can't stand up to 60 flat damage right away. What did I get hit by there?
Gemstones.
I took a single point of damage. I was staggering the crystal, right? Maybe I missed him like once or twice. Let him get one tick of the laser off. Okay, Poseidon. That's interesting. Also, Chaos Gate. That's even more interesting. Oh yeah, backstab criticals are already so huge. Even just normal backstab damage is really pretty bananas. I like this. I like this a lot.
I sense that you've been mocked by the elusive Artemis, correct, nephew? She shies away from most of us, so if she's taken somewhat of a liking to you, great.
We definitely don't want to trade out the attack boon. It sucks that that's the only one that's not the minimum rarity. Your dash damages foes in an area and knocks them away is probably pretty good for us, actually. Right? We don't ever want anything right up on top of us.
The sea god's might.
So that's only at the only at the destination, not when you perform it. Okay, this takes 5 heat. Honestly, it doesn't seem like 5 heat is all that bad. We could probably play on 5 heat. I don't know that I'd be winning the game, because I can't even do it on 1. but I think a lot of it would probably not be that hard.
The fathomless expanses hidden in darkest corners of the underworld stretch well past the notice of Lord Hades himself. And yet, the interfering prince somehow discovers passage there.
Wasn't all that hard to find, really.
Sort of just like stumbled across it, really.
I sensed a certain rumbling here within the bowels of the earth. It is as though it had ingested something that did not sit well. Perhaps the earth itself wishes to spit you up and out.
What a comforting thought. Way more darkness, max HP, or way more money. Interesting. A trophic soul I don't think should be a big problem. We're still in the very easy part of the game. I'm probably going to take that. I don't really care about my darkness rewards being increased. It's a big increase, it's just not relevant. Chamber reward previews are hidden. Could potentially hurt us a lot, but we won't know if it hurts us, which is kind of an interesting idea. But I think more max health is the way to go.
Certainly.
It would be fitting, though, that the Earth wants to spit us up and out. It seems like everybody except Hades is real eager to get me out of here. Also, it'd be a good idea to not miss the power shot. Apparently these guys do not have even 35 health.
What else?
I'll be honest with you, this feels pretty good so far. And remember that we can do that. Oh, the gun just doesn't stagger people. I'm honestly not sure that I knew that. I don't remember if I had noticed that before or not. Okay, well, only one chamber that we could possibly go to is a situation where lack of being able to tell what the chamber reward is doesn't matter. Fairly unhappy to see, especially this early, a chamber reward that does nothing. Yeah, the gun absolutely does not stagger people, so that's a thing to keep track of. Although it looks like you do get a stagger when their armor breaks. I gotta remember not to spend all the ammo. I want a manual reload. We're not gonna take anything here. I was hoping to see some yarn. 153. I think I'd rather have an upgraded boon than a weak shop.
Ready, lads?
Yeah, wow, we're getting through these guys very quickly. Oh, hey, I don't think I realized before, yet another thing there. You can fire your special during the reload animation.
Anyone else?
That's pretty handy.
How I love to have these unexpected little run-ins with you, love. You are just so spontaneous, and I have a liking for that sort of thing.
Okay. So this gives us kind of a shotgun to deal with close-up enemies, but we kind of already have a strategy for close-up enemies. Plus 117% special damage is just very impressive. Also, we had a really good run. Like, I wasn't using it enough probably, but this was very effective last time. I kind of love the idea of more than doubling the special damage, though.
Heartbreak time.
And yet another chamber where we don't actually get to make a choice. Maybe
Hello, sir.
maybe we wouldn't have suffered at all from taking that penalty.
Hey, Your Highness, anything the matter or just passing through? Happy that we get to chat like this of late, of course.
Sisyphus, don't take this the wrong way, but why are you helping me? My father stuck you here for an eternity of torment, and even still you greet me with a smile time after time.
Come now, Prince Ed, that's just the way I am. Besides, you're not your father, thank the gods. You always seemed a decent lad to me, and if you're saying you want out of here, why, I suppose I can relate, is all.
Also, any time he spends talking to Zagreus is time he doesn't have to push the boulder. I think we're in a good place to take money here.
It's all yours.
Thank you, mate.
Boy, we're getting a lot of real weak rewards. Give me some boons and hammers and stuff. It's not even a good amount of darkness. Ambrosia versus red keys. Well, I don't think that's a very difficult choice.
More pests. Let's fire it up.
That's a lot of damage. I realized there, immediately after committing myself to just standing still, that I wasn't actually 100% sure that I was outside of the explosive range of that mine.
The curse of chaos has been lifted.
That would have been a really dumb way to die. Or, well, not to die, but to take damage. Obviously wouldn't have been enough. I'll tell you what, though, that room right there, that is a room where there's a tremendous difference between the two rewards we were offered. I don't know why I did that. I knew that wasn't gonna... I knew he wasn't gonna still be there by then. By the time that landed. Yeah, this feels very, very effective. And especially being able to do this. Dash at somebody and push them back and then immediately hit them with the big shot. Like, that's a significant amount of burst damage that we can deliver very safely. For a second there, when we entered the room, I thought that was a Chaos Gate. I was real excited. Can you ever have enough Chaos Gates? Oh, this is interesting. Another Artemis buff. I don't remember. Is it the case that they're always higher rarity in these rooms? I mean, the skull on it certainly indicates it might be. Just thinking here, like... It does say base damage. I suppose I should have known it was going to be 50, not 50 above the... Well, whatever. I mean, we gotta take the double boon, right? Hammers are really good, but I don't think we can pass this up, especially considering how many rooms we've gone to have just been currency.
I have to pick a side.
We want to stick with Artemis here? I think Poseidon's effect definitely does... It's gonna get us. We're going to get hit by it because it's so hard to see it coming. I guess let's go him first.
In the name of Hades.
Don't want that. Your knockaway effects also rupture foes, causing them to take damage while moving. Well, okay. For 3 seconds, take 5 damage every 0.2 seconds. That seems okay.
Let's make some waves.
Don't be messing with my feelings, Zagreus. My loyalty's hard won and quickly lost.
She'll get over it.
Oh, what's that? You're saying you're an Olympian? It's funny how many traits they all share. Oh, definitely moving into the area of effect there. I'm pretty sure that I just ran right into a mage as he started casting. I think that's what we took damage from right there. Come on, die. Okay.
Alright, I'm going to forgive you now, I guess. No need to beg, you just think twice next time, okay?
So it looks like no, these are not necessarily increased rarity. So we could go for a Seeking Arrow. I really don't like how many very low rarity things we're getting here. Maybe it's worth trading out our special thing. Ah, man, I don't know. I think I want the really high damage, but a 20% chance to deal critical damage on that, you know, it'll be almost 100, is pretty significant. Maybe we just take... I guess I don't have a call. Not very happy with a base rarity call, though. 384, I think we're in a position here where we can go shopping. Show me something amazing. Something really deeply compelling.
What's new, Charon?
Well, I mean, this is okay. We can afford it all, which is nice.
Just what I need.
Move real fast, special is faster, cast is faster. Special is faster is good. This makes you run really quickly, but I'm not sure that I care. Yeah.
Faster than ever.
It just doesn't matter enough.
The power of the gods.
Sadly, does not upgrade the critical chance. I was hoping, since that number is green, that it would be upgraded by pomegranates. I think the Heartbreak Flourish and the Tidal Dash are both better upgrades then. Yeah, an 8% gain in damage is just very disappointing. These are both pretty good. I think we'll take the Heartbreak Flourish. That'll be quite a lot of extra damage. And we're at 188 life before leaving the first area. That's pretty great. We have 2 Ambrosia, so we can save one for Nyx while still giving to someone out here.
That mirror's made you stronger, Zagreus. You're fortunate to have Nyx helping you.
No hard feelings. I think she feels partly responsible for all of this.
She shouldn't. The only one responsible for all of this is you. And I thought even you would have understood that by now.
I didn't say I was holding her responsible.
Come closer.
I would love to get just the general crit chance boost from Artemis, though. I think that would be really nice to have with our big, powerful special. She's been spending too much time around Hades. Aw. Apparently that is not far enough away to avoid the whip. I think she came out of her imperviousness just in time to get hit by the special there. I really appreciate her playing along a little bit. I could use the help. Yeah, the knockback on the dash is really, really helping. I feel like I can be a lot less careful, sort of dash into enemies, and really avoids the danger. I do have to stop just getting hit by garbage. We're doing pretty well here, but like, probably good players routinely take no damage at all during this fight, with it being the first boss and all, so... Alright. We have a lot of good stuff going on here, though. I feel like this run is starting in a really good place. Despite the fact that we haven't gotten as many power-up type rewards as I would have liked. Okay. Nothing else of value in this room. We have 34 gold, which is, combined with the stuff we're going to find in the next area, probably enough to buy something small from the well. Maybe we could get up enough to get yarn.
Pleasant voyage, open passage.
Well, Father, I'm trespassing through your secret hall and going up.
No, yarn is usually 70, right? And we were not even offered a chance. I probably wouldn't have taken Hydrolite, so... I guess the money's not a big deal. Do we want to keep the arrowhead? Probably not, right? We probably want to force another boon. What would we like to force? Trying to think here. We have cast available. What would be a cool thing for us to gain with cast? We could try to force Ares and maybe get a Blade Rift. Blade Rift cast is cool. Yeah, that might actually work really well for us. Aphrodite I don't think makes a lot of sense. To be perfectly honest with you, I'd love to see Zeus, but we don't have the ability to force that, unfortunately. Let's try to force Blade Rift. I think that'd be a good combination with the tools we have going right now.
See you, Tartarus. There.
Something to deal lots of damage in an area and like persistently. Because like the normal cast is not really any different from our normal attack. And there are definitely versions of the cast that we could get that would basically just be another version of our specials, which obviously we don't need. I think a Blade Rift. Blade Rift makes a lot of sense. Chain Lightning also would be okay. You coward. I gotta be careful. I'm gonna get myself killed by dashing too close to pots and setting them off.
More target practice.
He get hit? No, he did not. I did not time that well. They're too fast, man. Fast and mobile. Stop. Stop doing that. How dare they move? They figured out the one weakness in our strategy. Just don't be where he's shooting. Man, really? Gemstones versus darkness? You're killing me out here. Well, I guess the darkness, but I'm not happy with either of these. Alright, gotta remember that we do not have any staggering ability. Also got to remember that the animation for firing the special pins you in place for quite a long time. I dashed forward because I just assumed that the wave would be fired at where I was currently standing without actually waiting to see what it was doing. I would have been totally fine if I had just stood still.
Felt something.
Okay, shop at 100 coins is definitely bad. Hermes' boons are also pretty much always bad.
What's on offer?
I mean, an Eye of Lamia will probably end us with full health. It's a pretty cheap price to pay, I suppose. If we hit this, do we go shop instead? Probably not. We probably still don't have enough. I don't much care for Hermes' boons most of the time. I guess we could get that thing that heals you if you dodge right after you get attacked. That'd be okay. Also, I gotta remember that I could potentially push enemies into the lava.
How many times?
Excellent.
Be careful how I aim my dodges, so that that at least has a chance of happening.
Bit of a break.
Aphrodite's really something, don't you think so, cuz? Normally I'd stop for no one here, but when it comes to her, exceptions must be made.
Hermes, do your best to keep it in your pants, man. Yeah, I think we take the quick recovery.
Felt that.
Honestly, though, pretty bummed out about that. Alright, let's hope to get a nice high rarity...
Out there.
Nice high rarity version of whatever it is Ares wants to give us. I think I much prefer this encounter to the Gorgon encounter. Oh, I should probably be killing the blue crystals. You know what would be really cool is if my attack would pierce enemies. How dare you? Alright, nice and easy. Probably actually finished the job. You know, I probably shouldn't have picked up that health, huh? I should have waited until we were a little more injured. I didn't actually notice, but that might have been overkill. Also, I'm gonna remember to use my call sometimes. Right, no stagger at all. I don't know why that's so hard for me to remember. I just like... It's so ingrained in my head that this is how the game works. When enemies are doing stuff, you hit them and it makes them stop doing the stuff. Remarkably, none of those bombs did damage to me. It sure looked like I was just standing in the middle of all of them, but...
You are the son of Night herself, they say. A fascinating character, ill-liked upon Olympus, although I myself have always longed to meet her.
Of course you have, you edgelord. Alright, that is exactly what we were looking for. I mean, obviously, like, Urge to Kill is great, but the epic version of Slicing Shot seems like a great addition to our kit. And then, more currency.
More bloodless?
Is it too much to ask for all of our room rewards to be powerful boons and hammers? It's pretty cool that we can get nope, don't touch it yet. Pretty cool that we can get wall slams off of our dash. I just gotta... There we go. Haha! This. Okay, it stopped working. He's too smart for me. Turns out it doesn't really take all that much. Alright, it seems like there's maybe a cooldown on the pushback. I can't. Maybe that blue effect around their feet is the indicator for that. I cannot just chain push somebody. Room feels a little bit on the long side. But that right there is a perfect opportunity for a swirling blade rift.
By my birthright.
Okay. I think the food... I must have picked up some food down there, because I definitely got hit down there. Should not still have been at 184. Yeah, Centaur Heart. If I went and got that money, all I would want to spend it on is a Centaur Heart. So why not just take the heart? Cowards. Well, he's gonna stand there. Okay, do have to be careful not to push them out of the queue. Definitely a thing that just happened there. Some enemies, though, they don't like to move very much. Definitely get some good lava damage if I can just angle this correctly. Oh, hey, that's interesting. Let me test that. Yeah, okay, so even if I hold the button down, it seems like, even if I hold the button down to the point that he does the reload automatically, as long as I press R at the beginning of the automatic reload, I still get the power shot. Too many enemies, too many enemies. Oh, also we have this... How did he know? How did he know where I was going to go? The geniuses. These are the smartest skeletons that have ever lived. And that's really saying something. I mean, most people are just skeletons in disguise if you really think about it. Okay, I don't think, based on what we're seeing here, and maybe this is more feeling than analysis, but I do not think that it is actually higher DPS for us to fire and reload than it is for us to just hold the button down.
That's better.
Ooh, okay, I took quite a bit of damage there. Did I leave some food? I know we had some food drop fairly early in the room, and I tried to leave it alone, but I might have... Maybe I'm not even remembering this room. Maybe I'm thinking of the last room. But we're definitely doing this, no question.
That is private property.
Make sure that I'm charged up here. I really appreciate him walking back into that. That Blade Rift does really good damage if you can get enemies to just sit in it. These guys are a little jumpy, I think, for that. I mean, it does the damage really quickly.
Enough.
Now to collect.
It's only ticking for 13, but it's like 13 every 10th of a second, or 2/10, something. It's really, really fast. Alright, so 331 to shop. I think 331 is enough. Right, boons are only 150. I wish I was over 350, though. Let's just make sure that we're not missing any golden pots or anything. We could have gotten there, maybe, if I'd been a little faster on the trove. Yeah, I think we're going to do the shop. We could potentially get 2 boons. We can't get boon hammer, but we could get hammer and like pomegranate. There's a lot of ways to get double value out of a shop at 330. We just have to hope that it is kind to us.
Hi, Charon.
Okay. Heart hammer is actually really great.
Here's the fee. Deadlier than ever.
Your attack deals damage in an area and staggers people. Okay, well. Attack is faster and more accurate, is a little bit less compelling, I suppose, since we're trying to take advantage of that charge shot as much as possible. I'm hoping that this will cause the bonus damage from the charge shot to hit all of the enemies in the area. Let's find out.
Adamant rail. Wasn't me.
I mean, I don't know why I said let's find out like that, like I was going to be able to do that. You don't get damage numbers against pots.
Big one, huh?
Alright, we can do this. We can do this. This is easy.
Have to reload first.
It also just makes it look really cool. There's definitely some value in that, I think. The explosive effects at the end of the attack. I just tried to shoot all of his projectiles out of the air for a second there. Like, it would have worked, basically, but what a dumb way to try to fight. Why not just move? Ow. I can't believe I got hit by that. I thought he was staggered a little bit more from my, turns out I was safe before I dashed. Thought he was a little bit more staggered from my my attack. Ah, well, at least I got the food at the same time, so it's sort of like I didn't take damage. But that does a lot of damage. Everything about what we're doing here just does a lot of damage. Get him, Artemis. I probably should save the calls for the multiple head phases. I don't have any cast ammo. Where the hell's all my ammo? It's up by the main head. It's a shame. I'd really love to have some of that right now. Okay, some just magneted back to me. Okay, I would love it if we could get rid of the red heads. I'm probably doing the wrong thing here, focusing on the green one. At this point, we're pretty close to killing him. Okay, purple head I think we can pretty safely ignore. I miss. Help. Help, save me. Alright, definitely taking some bad damage here. On that one, I lost the visual of the wave a little bit inside my blade rift. Couldn't tell that he had fired at me. I probably could have retrieved that cast ammo, actually. Just do a dash into the lava and then immediately back out. You know, like I tried to do there. Maybe everybody could stop shooting garbage at me. I'm trying to work here. You guys have no respect for all the effort I'm putting in to murder you. Oh my god, I didn't take any damage at all from that attack, I think for the first time ever. I just realized we haven't even used both the food pots yet. Okay. All of our Artemis calls go to eliminating red heads as quickly as possible. Please stop being invincible. That's very, very unsporting. Ah, I was fine. Why did I dash again? I dashed into the wave. So many of the other head colors, like, really just can't affect you unless you're right on top of them. The red one is really the biggest danger. Okay, feel pretty good about that. Man, I hate it when they do that thing where they rear way back, because it seems like they're very close to invincible out there. Like, you can hit them with long-range shots like the bow attack or the basic on this, but a bunch of stuff that should hit them, like the special on this, seems like it just doesn't affect them when they're way out in the lava. Okay, that was pretty easy. Now that we have a better sense of what the different heads do, I'm finding it a lot easier to make good targeting decisions during this battle. Okay. I'm pretty pleased with that. Like, I saw him doing... Damn it. I saw him doing the thing, and I ducked behind the cover, and then he immediately made me eat my words.
Optimus. I'm empty.
Damn it. What a time to be out of ammunition. That went okay. I took way more damage than I would have liked, considering how easy and static that fight is. Like, it's completely identical from run to run, even more so than like the Meg fight, because at least on the Meg fight, enemies are spawning in different locations, and she has a little bit more of an unpredictable pattern. I honestly think that is probably the easiest boss fight, and I really should not be getting hit that much there. That said, you know, as long as you stay above the threshold that the fountain heals you from, it doesn't really matter. Okay, what do we want to do now? The Chaos Gate thing, it just doesn't seem good. Unless you have some way of guaranteeing a Chaos Gate. Would Athena, Poseidon, or Aphrodite, or Dionysus might be okay. I'm trying to think of... It's Athena who has the flat damage reduction boon, right? Maybe we take her. I wonder if you can like pay attention to which gods have shown up and try to get boons from everybody so that Theseus has nobody to help him.
Check.
That would be pretty entertaining if you just get everybody on your side so Theseus' call completely fails.
That's what the outside world is like.
Alright, show me good stuff. Yeah, hammer. Hammer's good stuff. That is not a thing that I can shoot in a useful way. I saw movement on the edge of the screen and I was like, well, that, whatever that is has to pay. Also, finding myself wasting the power shot when trying to do dash attacks, because it seems like your mouse cursor is not 100% reliable at directing your shot immediately after a dash. You like fire in kind of the right direction, but not exactly where you told it to go. God, I love the fact that our attack has a stagger on it now. I missed it so much. Why would I dash there? What was I thinking?
Yes.
Yeah, it is still the case that when I'm not doing anything special, the normal attack only does 12 damage. So hurts a little bit to just try to spam it. I like Triple Bomb a lot. I think it's probably Triple Bomb. Yeah. Attack is faster and more accurate is whatever. Triple Bomb.
Exegriff grows stronger.
Not quite in the place of spending red keys for short-term resources. Not yet. Well, I mean, I'd be crazy not to go for the heart. I was waiting for him to charge so that I could stick the... Damn it. There we go. So that I could stick the triple bomb on him. That's right, I can just stagger people now. I just decide that he's going to stay there and hold him in place. I see why they don't let you stagger with the shot normally, because the ability to hold people in place for the Q is very significant. Ah, I had too much faith that my Q was going to solve that problem and started shooting at the enemies in the back.
That's good.
Yeah, it feels like a really good build, but that doesn't mean that I can't screw it up. Alright, looks like there's no loot over there. Let's just get this boon. I'm pretty bummed out. I hoped that we were going to run into Eurydice, because I wanted to give her this extra ambrosia. Ah, too many things happening. I'm already losing track. There you go. Just pin him in place with one of the specials, or pin him in place with the power shot, and then take a brief break to shoot all of the other things. And just keep them locked down. It's actually a pretty good. It's a pretty good amount of damage. Except for, of course, I gotta remember there are some enemies who do not remain staggered all the time. I didn't actually kill that, did I? Nope. Okay. There we go. I got there eventually. I do appreciate that the explosion means I don't have to actually always hit the enemies. Just shoot near them. It's good enough.
To see how far you've come, cousin. And I am confident that you shall make your way eventually. I shall look forward to our conversations then.
Pretty bummed out about all of the low rarity stuff. I mean, I think we just take the damage reduction, even though it's not a very good amount of damage reduction. And the other things on offer there were not very good.
Uh-oh. Why
Yep, definitely just dash pushed all of the enemies out of the area of the queue there. Alright, did I get him? Yeah, I think he went down. Ah, we're so close. No, none of that. Okay, that was a very small number of enemies. Very small number of enemies for a Trove trial, but also it took me forever to get through them. Buffed up Ares boon versus 234 gold at the shop, I think is buffed up boon. I'm pretty sure. Right, of course.
Don't catch her again.
Ah, butterflies. I was kind of hoping that the Blade Rift would obliterate all the butterflies, but it seems to not be damaging them at all. It's still doing good damage. Just not to the butterflies. Even more explosions? How are you still alive? There we go. That guy is so close to dead and I just can't seem to deal any... There we go. Finally got him into eye form. Okay, I should probably be taking out the arrow guy next. Honestly, the shield guy is the most dangerous in terms of me just taking bad random damage, but can't hit him most of the time. And you cannot send the Q past pillars. Get stuck on them. If I shoot these... Yeah, there we go. So they land just behind him. They're still very effective.
Butterflies better stay away from me.
Wider blade rift, 10% bonus damage on everything. Well, sorry, not everything, just my stuff. So it wouldn't boost the damage of Doom if I had Doom. I think 10% bonus damage is better than wider blade rift. Blade rifts are not a large enough percentage of our damage. Yeah.
This means war.
I get it. Alright, well, it looks like there's no more loot in here. I don't think I want a pomegranate over a buff. It looks to me like we're going to be facing Zeus as Theseus' champion, or the other way around, I guess. Yeah, I definitely want this more than a pomegranate. We have at this point too many buffs for a pomegranate to be reliable in any way. That we have no idea what it would actually be improving. Well, that's a shame. Of course, it was all shield guys, so my triple special basically did no damage. Yeah, a lot of our build works way better with the ability to stagger people. So we can hold them in the blade rift more and. Ah, you fool! Turned around to attack me. Little did he know. Signing his own death watch. Those things go from very slow to completely full speed basically instantly, huh? You see the remarkable feat there it had of self-control, choosing not to move forward at all until all of my specials had landed.
Olympus, I accept this message.
I don't like Sunken Treasure, but I think maybe we take Sunken Treasure here for the health.
It's high tide.
I've been doing a bad enough job that we could really use that HP. And nothing else of value. Well, I guess we're taking the heart, right? We certainly don't need any more money. And then I could have a heart again. Well, we can get an extra death denied here, right? And we won't take any damage. We should go this way. Gotta love those hearts, though.
You're back.
This time he wasn't even muttering to himself.
You again. I told you to stay clear of me. Your father's quite the big shot around here, but that means nothing to me, understand? Go, and tell him he can cast me in the pits of Tartarus for all I care. It'd be a welcome change of pace from being put to pasture here.
It's honestly not even that much worse. Alright, Kiss of Styx for sure.
Just checking up on you, sir.
And, okay, kind of bad rewards. We have given him Ambrosia already, right? Yeah. It's keys. Turns out it doesn't do damage in quite a large enough area. The explosion's actually very small. It's hard to get it to apply to more than one enemy, and especially if they're moving around all the time like this. Shoot, I didn't actually kill that archer. I got him close. I was looking around for the eyeball there.
You're dead.
Okay. Explosion was just large enough for that application, at least. And of course there are more waves, because why wouldn't there be more waves? Dash. Aha, the Blade Rift does not do quite enough damage to kill them. It does feel like maybe I'm just seeing them using their own natural movement abilities, but it does feel like I am chain pushing these guys with the dash some of the time. It's probably just I'm pushing them once and then also they're dashing afterward.
He's going for his weapon.
Saw the cast ammo coming back and completely panicked.
Thank the gods.
Ooh, these rooms are long. And also, it's remarkable how much like all the statues around the edge of the room just fade into the background for me. Those are very dangerous traps that you actually do need to pay attention to, and I get stabbed by them all the time. Ugh, this is a pretty weak shop.
I'll pay for that.
So at this point, this is probably the last Palm of Power we get before moving to Styx, and then maybe we get one or two more up there. Do I want to take that? I'm basically just like trading a boon for a level on another couple of boons. What do we have that's currently weakening people? I don't even remember. Okay, our special inflicts weak. So we keep enemies weak for a long time. 8 seconds after I hit. I mean, it's something. It's definitely good on bosses. I think I'm gonna take the sweet nectar here. I know that it doesn't seem amazing.
I feel fabulous.
And I probably wouldn't if we were not just about to buy a pomegranate. So up to 34% bonus damage on the attack. Every 5 damage on this it takes 15 damage instances, so it's actually a considerable amount of extra damage. As long as the foes move the whole time, the entire 3 seconds. Maybe I'd be better off just taking 5% more damage reduction. I'm gonna take that. This is gonna be a thing where we're all about surviving, and I'm not taking the darkness, we'll just carry a bunch of money down into Styx with us. Alright, well, I feel okay about the build.
Gentlemen, I'm back.
See here, Asterius. The god-hated fiend is back once more to be destroyed by our joint righteous fury.
God-hated. You'll have to be more specific. I have the gods on my side. Though I suppose you do too. Why can't they make up their minds?
They have made up their minds. They stand united against darkness, as do I. With the exception of Asterius here, who serves the light. Let's serve it now, my friend. To battle! So, you think you have the wherewithal to achieve victory?
I can sometimes get Asterius into a position where I can just like put a blade rift up against him and just hold it on him. And every single time he stops, I should triple special. I do not like being this close to what's his face. Gives me less time to react to the spear throw. Ah, you moved too quickly. Stop doing that. Guy has no respect for how difficult it is to aim a grenade launcher. That's pretty lucky. We'll try to actually let our greater call build up for the first time. It's probably not even worth doing. It hit him. I think in part because I failed to get away from him. Oh my god, I can't believe I got hit by that. I was trying to get him to hit Asterius with the spear. It doesn't... I don't know if it's a thing you can actually do. Is Asterius? Seems like you might be having some problems. I really thought that pillar was between me and Theseus. Ow, damn it. Okay, that's some reasonable damage. He's really, really close. Alright. Bull, no. It's like you don't even know his name. One thing I like a lot about the Blade Rift here is that it travels through him. So unless he turns around at exactly the right moment, it's going to hit him in the back some of the time. I think I threw those too close. I was trying to shoot them just behind him like we were doing with the shield guys earlier. Caught in the reload animation. Alright, I gotta give myself a little bit more distance from him. Like, it's really tempting to be super close to him so that you can, even if you're not behind him, you can suddenly be behind him. Oh my god, the impervious thing is super annoying. I got my specials caught on the columns there. Ah, you fool! Sometimes you can bait him into a spear throw in a position that's really not advantageous for him. He turned around at exactly the right moment to block a bunch of the special damage there. He's not careful, he's about to eat a pretty serious crater call. I hit the button just a little bit too early. Artemis, help me out! Don't let me die! Okay. Ooh. There's a big difference between coming out of a fight at 20 health and coming out of it dead. When I say it that way, it sounds like a bigger difference than it actually is, but you know what I mean. I dig these Minotaur wall scrolls. I guess that's kind of nice. If I'm sure Theseus is in charge of decorating.
Your stubbornness shall only bring you pain.
Kind of nice to put up a bunch of pictures of your best friend, so he comes in there and he knows that you two are buddies. Okay. We have 261 right now. Do I want to take a Hydrolite? Probably. Do I also want yarn? Yeah, we're almost guaranteed to get a boon, right? And then it's probably time to switch to the collar. We probably are not going to get enough food to make up 50 health. So what? 50 health plus 4 times half of that would require us to get probably in the neighborhood of like 6 food drops. Maybe a little bit more. I don't think we'll get 6 food drops. I think the spiked collar is going to give us a better chance of actually surviving. I should have switched to the spiked collar. I guess it didn't matter, because you can't access the keepsakes until after you drink from the fountain anyway.
I can do this. I can do this.
So we're getting 54 health 3 times from the hydrolite. It's pretty good.
What's with the air up here?
I don't see any more gold. Just checking. So there's only 1 pomegranate for sale. There are some boons for sale. Some rarity boosted boons, and then also a very cheap Aphrodite. We can make a lot of moves here. Is there gold? There is gold. There's also a heart. It's behind a difficult door, but if we're gonna get it, we should get it early, right? So that if we do end up dying or something, we get more health. Yeah, heart, then gold, then the other stuff. Nope, let me get out of the corner. Oh my god, it's so easy to get stuck in that corner. There's like a little lip. Ooh, okay. Yeah, I got caught right here. I was like dashing desperately trying to get out. Alright, so I think hydrolite is expended. Yes, please just stay over there and shake poison at me. It feels like a pretty good weapon all around. Yeah, really just a tremendous amount of damage. I think that triple special thing might be one of my favorite hammer upgrades. I gotta stop pushing people out of it though. There we go, dash away from him. We probably don't want to spend anything here. Yeah, let's just hold on to our money. If he had had a yarn, I might have considered it. Okay, so our dash is gonna push some of the babies off. So we can also blade rift some of them out. I mean, this is working as a strategy. Special comes out pretty fast. Firing it is not leaving me pinned to the ground for too long. It's a little premature there. I should not have stopped in the middle of my dash sequence. Okay, that's definitely the first time that we've killed the crystal before finishing off the little ones. Oh, we are absolutely killing it on max HP. We have so much damage reduction, and each bit of HP counts for so much. And do we want to buy the pomegranate now to help us get through the other things, or am I thinking that pomegranate is better than a boon at this point? You know what, let's do the money door next. We have a better idea of how much cash we're going to end up with. And then if this isn't the right one, maybe it's either... If this isn't the right one, it's either the pomegranate or the... what do you call it? It's either the pomegranate or the Artemis boon next. Okay, dumb damage there. Taking bad damage.
Let's think about this.
No. There's definitely a universe where we sell the sweet nectar. I guess we're probably only going to get one more pomegranate, and we can't guarantee that we will see another one of these. And 400 money is actually a ton. Yeah, I'm going to sell that. That's going to make it so much easier for us to get all the stuff we want. Alright, I saw a 600 in there. Right, all the cover is destructible. I gotta remember. The fact that you are behind a thing does not actually make you safe from the lasers. Well, we're going to be able to buy pretty much whatever we want once we get out of here.
Not yet.
I really appreciate them just hiding behind that pillar. Not just making it impossible for them to shoot me, but also making it super easy to knock pillar garbage down on top of them.
Bothers.
Apparently my dog also does not care for the bothers. Ah, this is a bad place to stand. Okay. Damn it, let me get... Well, that was pretty amateurish. Also, I didn't realize that he was shooting there because our own special effect was in the air. Managed to get a good bouncing blade rift on that guy. All right, this has to stop, you guys. You guys are too much of a distraction while I'm trying to fight the guy that I definitely cannot get hit by. Oh my god, they have so much health too. Okay, one of them's dead. Got a good attack crit off. I'm trying to trigger the trap, but it won't pop. The moment there where we can actually use it to our advantage.
Phew.
Ooh, all that for 100 gold. And then I don't think I saw anything in here. Okay, let's go on a shopping spree. We have 900 obol. I think that's the most we've ever held by a pretty huge margin. Maybe double the most we've ever had before. I definitely don't care about the Hermes boon. Where you take this hammer, though, that's a no-brainer. You never have to reload is not really helpful for us. Special is replaced with a rocket that deals 80 base damage. I mean, that's probably good.
That should do it.
Yeah, I like that. Gets to where it's going a hell of a lot faster. So right now we buy... Do we buy the Ares boon, or do we buy the pomegranate and the Aphrodite boon? Let's take the Ares boon.
Thank you, mate.
Cast creates a faster seeking Blade Rift. Well, that's pretty exciting. Blade Rift pulls foes in is interesting, but I don't know if that's going to work very well against, like, Hades. This will totally work against Hades.
The will to fight.
And then we need 100 more money for the Artemis boon, 200 more for the pomegranate, the double pomegranate. Oh, I didn't actually. I thought I had remembered that we had already grabbed this. Well, I guess let's go to the Artemis boon because I think the game likes us to suffer, basically. I think there's a... Perhaps for no reason, I think there's a greater chance of us getting the good stuff from a chamber that is marked as being more difficult. Alright, I was poisoned very, very briefly.
Purge boons for coin.
Probably shouldn't drop any of these. Quick recovery is not amazing, but it's also not worth very much. It has probably added up to being a lot of health over the course of the run. Well, he poisoned me instantly the second I stepped into the room. The rocket's pretty good. It's better base damage, like the 80 base damage versus the 50 of the normal special. Means that all of our multipliers are really, really adding a lot of damage. Yeah, it's good. That's really good. Let's make sure we reload here.
Another satyr
Oh.
sack.
Wow, that was not very hard.
Hey, Zagreus. There's something I've been wondering, and don't take this the wrong way or anything, okay?
Oh, what is this?
It's her.
Why, Artemis, you're absolutely tongue-tied. Due to our little godling in the underworld, or a little due to me? You shall figure it all out, I'm sure.
Look, what was I... just... never mind. I'll talk to you some other time, I guess.
I think Artemis might have a little thing for Zag. Critical effects deal even more damage to weak foes. I mean, 5% pressure points is pretty good. I think I gotta take pressure points. Yeah, right now, only our attack can crit, and it's a pretty reasonable crit chance, but I think it would be silly not to take pressure points here.
Okay, I'm good.
Yeah, everything's fine. Well, we did not make enough money to buy anything.
Could check
Am
the
I-
passageways before I go.
I am allowed to do that, aren't I?
A crudely hewn network of tunnels grows from one of the cold temple's flanks, containing vicious denizens unwelcome in this realm, even in death.
Satyr markings.
It would be bad to take a whole bunch of extra damage, but I feel pretty strong. These are not difficult passageways, so hopefully we won't see too many of those really challenging rooms, and I feel really powerful. We're not that far off of being able to pick up another boon. Like, if we just do... If we don't go for the pomegranate, but we take the Athena passage, get that boon, then use the money there to get the Aphrodite boon, I think this is a reasonable thing to do. Okay, that does not go over stuff anymore. And the pillars are the one thing that doesn't permanently break as soon as they shoot lasers at it. I'm really happy with this rocket upgrade. This is working out. Look at the amount of damage. Look at the amount that I almost just walked right into the poison goop there. I dashed over it, and it probably looked like that was the plan the whole time. But actually, what happened is I saw it the moment before I was about to touch it, and I freaked out and started mashing buttons. Fortunately, the dash button is very high in my mash order. Okay, that was 3 damage. That's not so bad. We heal that off immediately. With the rocket, you do have to be a little bit more accurate, because you can't just target near the enemy and be confident they will get hit. Not been a problem a huge amount so far, but I have the ability to make almost anything into a problem. Alright, final room. This looks like one where I could take a lot of damage, potentially. But also one where maybe I could... Oh. Damn it. There's just poison vents on the ground, and I just walked into them. You'd think they would be very easy to avoid. And you would think, right? How did he re-poison me immediately? How am I letting this happen? I will say that I'm, like, very disappointed in our call. I think it's quite bad. But it's hard to tell if it's because it's low rarity or if it's because it's actually bad. Are you kidding? Why are the poison vents still active? Let's get this and get out of here. That's very annoying. Okay, these are both bad. I guess take the revenge damage.
One satyr sack coming right up.
That really did not work out the way I wanted it to. 60 damage is an unacceptable amount. And now he's thinking, but what if we did the other passageway? We got a pomegranate, and also that really good pomegranate, instead of a boon from Aphrodite that's going to be probably not so hot. You know what? I'm doing it. we're just gonna do a better job. I see it. I see the poison vent on the floor. See, in this room, they deactivate when the fight ends. Ugh. It's just like especially frustrating because it wasn't an enemy doing a thing. It was stationary. I took damage from the floor basically, which is embarrassing. I could very easily have gotten through that room without taking damage. How are you still alive? Okay, I was poisoned there, but it looks like I didn't take any damage. I think we were at 327 when we entered the room. So apparently you have a little grace period. Which I think is not a thing that we knew before. Okay, watch the markers on the floor. Try not to stand exactly where the blades are going to come down. There's not actually that many spots in the room that aren't where the blades are going to come down, though, so it can only do so much. Hey, I saw it. It was all part of the plan that time. I know I usually say that and it's a lie, but this time I mean it. How are there still more enemies? Okay, this room is insane. There's much too much room. Why can I not dash over that? The rules for what you can and cannot dash over sometimes feel a little arbitrary. Because like that little ledge up there, it has balconies on two sides. See, we were able to dash over this part, but not over this part, and they appeared the same to me. Okay, upgrade to call, upgrade to dash, upgrade to rupture. Call, I guess? No, it's the dash. It's not a very large upgrade, but we'll get it a bunch. And now we can afford to buy food here. Restore 15% health when you enter a chamber. I think we might get this twice. And this will take us down to 259. Like, this doesn't change the number of items that we get to buy. So that'll undo some of the damage we took here. Because I think we're going to get it right now, and then we're going to get it again when we go into Hades' chamber. Which is going to take us back to full?
Chow time.
Yeah.
Are you hungry?
Okay. Turns out to have been worth the trouble. I guess, do I think that the double pomegranate is better than an Aphrodite boon? Probably. Given that Aphrodite boon is not necessarily going to be... it could be all low level. Or all low rarity. Even more damage on the special, I think, is probably the way to go. Because we use it a lot, and it's great. Okay, feeling confident. Ish.
The prince persuades the underworld's ferocious guardian to move aside.
Oh, who's a ferocious boy?
Thank you, boy.
Okay. So back to full health. It turns out we didn't actually lose anything by going for the extra loot. I'm nervous, but I think we should be able to do this.
One last bit of business to take care of, then.
I thought that last time, which makes me nervous about thinking that.
This cold, white substance falling slowly from the heavens. Snow, they call it. Look carefully upon each fleck. Tiny crystals, but structurally weak. They melt. This surface realm, it is held up by mine.
If you're quite finished teaching me about this snow phenomenon, can we get on with brutally trying to kill each other here?
You wish to have your mortal-colored blood spill once again upon this bed of snow, then fine. Let us proceed.
They've really done a great job of creating a feeling for this battle. Alright, I gotta remember backstab is a considerable amount of damage. If I can get a good shot, a charge shot in the back, or rather a reload shot in the back, I should definitely be making sure we're going for those. Okay, 2 rockets kills a skull. Very good. Very, very good. Aha, you fool! You do have to actually hit them, though. Apparently I'm having a hard time telling where they are.
You know exactly what it's going to take.
Apparently, you can hit him while he's still invincible. Well, he's still invisible, because he was absorbing my rockets there, which I don't think I realized before. I thought he was just completely gone.
With this, father.
He probably is completely gone for part of it, and then he like becomes part of the level again, but while still invisible. Yeah, it's actually really hard to hit the skulls. Don't dash into the wave. I mean, we're doing pretty well in terms of like the damage I'm taking versus the damage he's taking. Yeah, sure. That was actually a really decent chunk of damage directly to Hades there. What a... I can't believe I just got hit by the stupid belly slam of one of the big first tier enemies. What an embarrassing way to take damage at this point in the run. Okay. Ooh. That was pretty good.
Right then, boy. You've stirred my anger suitably by now.
Come on.
And we just now got under half health, like right before the phase change. So we still have a lot of life left in us, and a lot of it is I ran right into that. A lot of it has some damage reduction, some additional damage reduction on it. Yeah, I'm doing, like, maybe the worst possible job of dodging a lot of these effects. I'm pretty sure that I took damage there and lost my death denied during the dash animation. I guess, I don't actually know, are there iframes? There are definitely iframes in the dash, right? It's not just that you are moving away from the enemies quickly. Yeah, geez, look at the damage on that. I don't know if it's easy to tell, like, how much I'm doing here, because it's all sort of lost in the storm of effects coming out of us, but... Okay. Nope, that's bad. But there's a lot of pressing all of the buttons. We're just using all of the attacks here, all at the same time. I'm shooting and firing missiles and...
You, boy. You think you are superior to me. You are a fool. Good riddance.
Yeah, well, maybe I'm a fool, but only one of us is dead. I mean, actually, I'm definitely also... You know what I mean. Okay. Current streak 1. New record. That felt like a really powerful run. We still have all 3 of our initial extra lives left. Shouldn't leave without my key. Yeah, the railgun's very powerful. We also had some really good stuff build up on this run, but like this aspect feeding into all that damage was really nice for the early run, and then the special kind of took over from there.
Beyond this point, our tale of the underworld's determined prince cannot further continue at this time. But time does not stand still, and more, much more, shall someday be revealed. For now, there is no more to say or show from here, So let us say instead that Zagreus was cruelly killed again.
No, wait! Done with time to spare.
Man, I'm very eager for this game to be finished and to know what that ending looks like.
I think that's about as far as I can get for now.
It feels like we could definitely turn up the heat. I'm not exactly sure how the bounty system works. Like, do I get a reward for each weapon at 1 heat, and then again at 2 heat, and then again at 3 heat? Or are there thresholds, maybe?
News, Spirit.
Because it seems like you could add a ton of heat all at once. I don't know. We'll go look at the pact in a second.
Already? That's too bad.
No, actually, it went really well.
Look who it is. You are late, boy. Have you any idea what time it is?
No. Wait, what? I just vanquished you in single combat, and that's all you have to say to me?
Vanquished me? Nonsense. Don't you think I would recall such an event?
I mean, I did shoot you in the head a lot. I could see that having an effect on your memory.
You can't be serious. You're going to pretend as though it never happened.
Everything is as it always was, and so shall it be until the fates determine otherwise, or until our ongoing underworld renovations are finally complete, whichever comes first.
Guess I'll keep fighting you just for the sake of it, then.
You know what? Here, I brought you something.
Hey, Father, I thought maybe, here.
Where did you get this? You think you can butter me up with such trifles? Give me that, and then get out of here.
You're welcome, Father.
Interesting. I didn't even get anything. I guess I could have looked at this and known that I wouldn't get anything. Well, it was worth a shot. Here's what we really wanted to do.
Nix, you've done so much for me. I thought you might like this.
A gift as beautiful as this requires reciprocity, dear child. I wished, regardless, to provide you a token of my love.
Yeah, sure, and it just happened to be this moment that you gave it, right?
I'm very grateful, Nix.
Okay, a black shawl. Literally just a thing she was already wearing.
You've been through hell more times than you can count by now, haven't you, Zag? You getting used to it? No wonder that you're friends with Sisyphus.
That was a stealth dig on our ability to count, because I think it's only been about 13.
I'm getting used to it, all right. I'll keep going, for as many chances as it takes. I look forward to our next appointment out there.
Man, if I just said the wrong number.
Appointment.
Now listen.
Indeed. Don't keep me waiting. For all your toil, I'm sure you're not even close.
Listen, Meg's a smart lady. Maybe she's right. Maybe I can't count.
Let's see here.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Give me Ambrosia.
It's a deal.
I don't think we have anybody left in here to give it to, but I definitely still want to give some to Eurydice and also Zeus. So, makes sense to have some more.
So, hi, Prince. So, is there anything I can get you? Or maybe tidy up some more? Or, I just thought maybe you'd like something to drink sometime?
Did she sort of just ask me out?
Oh, drink sometime sounds wonderful, Dusa. Maybe tomorrow, assuming I'm not getting out of here by then?
Well, I mean, it's no big deal. I mean, forget I asked. Or anything. I'm sorry. Bye.
Dusa?
I hope that actually goes somewhere. You know, Dusa's been working hard all her life here. She deserves a big, strong prince. A big, strong, kind of sarcastic, sometimes an asshole prince. Alright, let's go see what the keepsake we got from Nyx was. We're still 4 keys away from unlocking the last thing in the mirror. We don't quite have enough darkness to add another rank to our ability to find things at epic level, but I could withdraw a little bit of darkness from something else. Okay, and we're at 2400 of 2500, so we can afford to spend it. If I dropped a level of shadow presence, is this the right one? You know, we're not actually getting that much play out of Boiling Blood because I'm dumb and I forget to use it. Especially, like, in that last run. our bloodstones did not get stuck in enemies, so boiling blood didn't do anything for us. I'm going to do this. Okay. Let's go see about that keepsake.
You must have done something.
I certainly did.
Tip boyo, you find any coinage while you're out there, you be sure to pawn it off to that old Kieran. Boatman.
Thanks, mate.
I'm pretty sure we heard that already. He does not have a very large supply of tips. Okay. Whenever you gain darkness, restore health for 50% of the amount. Oh! That's actually quite good. Turn one of the few room rewards that doesn't really help you into something that's actually fairly useful. Okay, we might consider playing with that a little bit. Looks like the aura of darkness is on the bow now. So what else could we do here?
What you truly are.
We did the Hera aspect. Special automatically seeks the foe last struck by your attack. That's fine. I mean, we don't have to take the thing that has the darkness on it. We have both the aspects of this. What did the aspect of the spear that we hadn't bought yet do? Spin attack is replaced with punishing sweep, which makes foes take 30% bonus damage from your attack and special. I mean, we don't use the spin very often. This would be a good way to encourage me to do that. It takes a long time to charge up, though, doesn't it? I'm not sure that I think that's actually good. What about the sword? What's the other aspect on the sword? Your special dislodges from foes. I'm assuming it means when we hit them with the sword? Or, no, sorry, your special... I was thinking, for some reason, in my brain, special and cast were the same thing. So this is when you do the Q AoE attack, you get all your cast back. This could be interesting. Maybe we'll do this. I'm not really sure. I guess let me know what you want to see in the comments below, and we'll figure that out for next time, which is going to be on Monday. So that's going to be it for us for today. Come back next time on Monday, because tomorrow we're doing something a little bit different for the next episode of this. I don't know how many more of these we're going to run. I'm still having a pretty good time, but there are other things when you get onto the schedule, so I don't know. I'll think about it. Don't worry, it won't come as a surprise. I'll let you guys know what I figure out when I figure it out. So yeah, come back next time, Monday, and we'll see you then.